Thank you.
All right, just like another one's 1 minute introduction. Anything I can say? It is our timekeeper, 15 seconds. She'll wave at you. Okay.
As Will just said, I'm Cody Brannen. I'm running for tax assessor collector. I currently serve as Hill County Precinct 10 Republican chair. I am not a polished politician. I'm a concerned citizen, just as you all are also. As I was part of the elections process, which my experience in that has been great, in that I have been able to, initially, I tried to find out, now how can I be more involved? How can I do something besides sit at the kitchen table and complain with everybody that will agree with me and I them? And I went to a GOP meeting here in Hill County and said, hey, look, I'll sweep the floors, whatever I do is a place for me. And eventually, I was able to get more and more involved with things, and I've been part of every aspect of the elections. And in doing that, I've been able to meet a lot of people, and I've heard a lot of, not just complaints, but concerns about certain things, especially within our taxing office, and maybe we'll get to that in some of our questions.
All right. Our questions tonight for a tax assessor collector, the theme would be duty to public. So, the first question for you, this will be a 2-minute answer.
Okay.
What is the role of the Office of Tax Assessor Collector in regards to interacting with the public, the taxpayers?
Specifically?
I'm just interacting with the public. Yeah.
Okay. As far as interaction with the public, the tax assessor collector's office is the most visited, of course, because we're paying taxes. They are the ones that have the most interaction with the public. And from all accounts, our staff is fantastic at doing that within the tax office. And they excel in meeting the needs of the public when they can. It is important not only that we greet the public in a positive way and that we are able to efficiently move them through, they can pay their taxes, not wait in long lines or sit, because they are taking time off from their jobs, driving great distances a lot of the times. So things need to be efficient, as well as we need to make sure that the tax office is open during the hours that it's supposed to be, staffed efficiently, and that the tax assessor collector themselves is there on staff as much as possible. And that gives great, it makes the public feel confident in our system and that where their tax is actually being paid, because when they come in, they don't understand a lot, like the sheriffs were saying, the departmental budgetary, things like that. They see the taxes that they're paying, everything they're having to get through to pay the taxes. So when it's efficient, when they get there, things move the way it's supposed to, they're greeted in the right way, their questions are answered the way that they need to be, then everything it needs to run that way, basically.
Our next question, in your opinion, has the taxpayer ever been denied access to the tax assessor collector office, and give examples as to why you do or do not think that access has ever been denied?
Okay.
2 minute or 1 minute?
2 minutes, sorry. 2 minutes.
This is a difficult answer. Our tax assessor collector, from all accounts, is a very personable person. A lot of people like her. The times that I've briefly met with her, I like her. However, we need to make sure that we are there in our duties when we are supposed to be and take care of business for the taxpayers. I do not personally have an experience where I pulled on the door and the door was locked and I couldn't pay my taxes. I've talked personally with many people that could not pay their taxes when they needed to, people that could not get answers, couldn't get a call back. Today I talked to one of our principal leaders here in Hill County, and I was told that several emails, many calls over a great span of time, he could not even get a response back. What the reasons are for that, I can't say. I just know that it has happened, along with information that needed to be sent to this person's office they did not receive, and it caused delays, it caused unnecessary meetings. And we need to do a better job of making sure that we are there on staff when we are supposed to be. Otherwise things can't function the way they need to.
Okay. The last question for tonight, this will also be a 2-minute answer. What is your plan to meet public expectation for access to the office of tax assessor collector?
Number one is that when that office is supposed to be open, office hours will be open during office hours when it's supposed to be. Will be staffed the way that it's supposed to be. From what I understand, there are staff there now that are reaching out to let me step back. Like I said, I'm not a polished politician, so I'm gonna stumble and stammer every now and then. But there are employees that are trying to advance their abilities. They want more certifications, and under my administration, that will continue. Anybody that shows initiative to reach out and advance themselves, that will be rewarded, and I will do what I can to advocate. Even if there's not money there to do that, I will advocate and make sure that that's there. So whatever plan would be in place now for employees to improve themselves, improves the county, improves the system. That needs to stay pat, regardless of what my intentions may be for other processes that happen. The employees are doing a fine job, and the ones that want to advance their careers will be given the opportunity to do that, because in turn, it is a great thing for our county to make sure that we do have employees that care enough about their job to learn as much as they can and make everything work within the system for us.
Okay. Closing statement, 1 minute. Anything you'd like to say? 1 minute.
Yes, I would. At our last forum, I neglected to give my experience. So, great. I have been involved with Hill County GOP. Great, I'm a concerned citizen. Great, I've talked to all these folks. But what experience do I have? How would that translate over to the county tax assessor collector's office? I have been privileged to work in some fantastic companies during my working life. I worked for one of the largest, I'll leave their name out of this, but I worked for one of the largest energy companies in the world. I and 5 other people were charged with overseeing all of the Barnett Shell oil and gas properties. And that included everything from royalty interests all the way to the exact maintenance and accounting for farm outs and agreements with other companies. So my experience would translate well over to this office.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Brannen, the first candidate for tax assessor collector. Please go on.